Hey, me again, Nick from FilmedOnMyPhone Video Vlogs Entertainment Incorporated. I really should just call it FilmedOnMyPhone Vlogs, really. Vlogs? No, just FilmedOnMyPhone. That's it. I'm Nick from FilmedOnMyPhone, and today I'm going to be touching on a topic a little late, really, because June is over, so the LGBTQ plus doesn't exist anymore. Sorry, guys. Except I can still technically make it because Pride Cymru, which is the Welsh version of Gay Pride, is next month actually. And so, since I'm planning on going to that, I did last year. You could actually watch my terrible put together video of when I tried to live vlog last year's one with my friend Katie, but I'm probably not going to live vlog this one. I'll take more pictures for definite. I'll have to dig out my rainbow bow tie from somewhere. It wouldn't go too well with this shirt. I'm actually just wearing this shirt and makeup and all that just because I was taking selfies, and I thought, why not make a video? And I thought I would talk about some of my experiences, either just going up something like this, but generally my experiences as a member of the LGBTQ plus community. As you may or may not know, I am very openly bi. And I used to hide it a little bit more, but for the past few years I haven't hid it from nearly anyone. I am, of course, still telling people, and I still do worry about telling some people, because you never really stop coming out to people, and after a while it does get less scary, but at first it was terrifying. So of course, the first thing I'd like to quickly brush over is when I did come out to my dad, which was a very quick thing. I just went out to the shops with my dad, and I'm just realising the lighting is also readjusting focus. That's... oh well. So, first little thing, when I came out, it's not really a big interesting story. I didn't just like, Mum, Dad, I'm bi. It was actually closer. It was actually closer to being I only told him because there was a boy I wanted to go on a date with at the time, and it didn't work out, but you know, I still wanted to get off my chest, so I wasn't lying to my dad about where I was going. We went to the shops, and I sort of cornered him outside the front door when we got back home from the shops, and I did this because I knew my two brothers were in the living room, and so they would hear if my dad made any sort of loud negative reaction. So it might be a bit mean, but yeah. I cornered my dad, said, by the way, I just want to tell you I'm bi. Of course, later on, he was confused. He still doesn't properly understand what it is. But even though there's not really much to understand, he does not understand the concept of pansexual or any of that gender stuff. He still asks questions about it time to time, and he had a lot of questions at the time, like, does it mean I'm just on the way out to being gay? I told him no, he still doesn't believe me. Does it mean do I have a preference for one or the other? Have I been on dates with boys before? I don't really have a preference for one or the other. To be honest, pansexual would be a more fitting thing for what I am, but I prefer the term bi because really you should just be comfortable with your own labels. Some people don't like labels. I personally like the label I've got. If you don't like labels, good on you. Don't have a label. Be what you want. Be what you are in the moment. Because some labels, they can be confining, because if you genuinely believe you're one thing, you can be that thing, but that doesn't mean you can't be another thing the next time. Like if you believe you're non-binary, you can be at that time, and then you may then realise later down the line, wait, no, I'm transgender. And yes, you are, because sexuality, gender, it psychologically it fluctuates, it changes, and granted, I'm not the biggest authority on this. There are many people on YouTube who know far more about this than me, and you should go watch them. I might even put a link to a couple in the description. The experience I did have was when I was at an LGBTQ plus night, or drag night. It was, interchangeable that night. And actually, no, this is a separate time. One time I was at a alternative music night at a club at my university town, and I was just in the bathroom, just finishing up doing toilet things, and of course these two burly men, stereotypical English. You'd expect them to be on the British First Facebook page. High opinion on immigrants, opinions on the gays. One of his mates. I'm just talking about gay stuff.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They're leaving the bathroom. They're passing me, these two burly lads, and says under his breath to his mate, "Oh mate, look at him. What's he trying to do? That bloody puff." A puff is a gender equivalent to the F word. Gender is an English equivalent, well, British equivalent to the F word. I don't mean frick. Honestly, I'm used to this. To my surprise, but the other guy turned to his mate and just said, "Oi mate, it's 2019. If he wants to dress that way, that's his business. If you don't like it, you can," I'm gonna swear, "you can fuck off." Pardon my French. Why do people say pardon my French? Do people have that low opinion of the French?
What?
The English don't like the French, do they?
A new LGBT.
Hey, I'm cool. I can't do it. I'm cool. There goes the lighting changing again. You know when you think about your life and then you forget about everything that's ever happened to you? One experience I had, you know, as a young gay, was the first time I probably dated a boy. Of course, I'm not going to mention his name or anything because neither of us come out the best in this, and I didn't go about things as well as I should have. I'll start with one thing. I had to break up with him like 3 times, I think. It was either 2 or 3 times, and we dated for all about 2 weeks. If you are watching this, hi. Hope you're doing well. We were introduced by my friend Shannon. I'd never really properly dated anyone before, and which may be why I went around this wrong. And I think I was possibly one of the first boys that he dated. We knew each other all together for about a month and a half. I asked him out after about 2 weeks of knowing him, which he said yes, and I was quite happy with this. I'd got myself a dating buddy. We didn't really go on many dates. We just hung around my hometown. We went up Swansea. I think one completely adorable thing. I think we spent about half hour at one point. It was 7 o'clock in the evening, completely pitch black because it was winter, freezing cold, and we were just sitting there in the bus at the bus stop holding hands, which I was nervous about doing because I live in a slightly homophobic town. I was a young gay. I mean, I'm still sort of going through my baby gay phase. You know what? You know when members of the LGBTQ+ community are just, you know, rainbows everywhere, pride all year round. It's 2018, my dudes. It's 2018. I'm still sort of in that phase, and I will remain in that phase until. When am I gonna die? Yeah. I mean, the world's ending in about 11 years, isn't it? Enough of the actual cute stuff. I think he told me, after 2 weeks of dating, he told me he loved me, and I wasn't emotionally ready. And so I broke up with him, and I sort of did it through a letter at first, coward's way out. Then I did it in person. And then he messaged me not long after, asking, so and so says that we're over for good. What do they mean? And I had to tell him just straight out online because he messaged me with this. Yes, I did mean it when I broke up with her, and I should have gone about it better. But oh well, mistakes in the past. I was a horrible person. I still might be now. Right, I think one of the better experiences I've had would be when I visited my friend Katie in Cardiff, and I kept this a secret from nearly everyone I knew, but I was interested in trying makeup for the first time, and I was terrified about telling her as well, even though she's one of the most accepting people anyone will ever meet, honestly. So she took me to the shop. I gave her the money and she went to the till for me. She's the one that's taught me how to do eyeliner, you know, a lot of the things I currently know how to do today. I've purposely done it a bit smoky and a little butterfly wing. Both sides, but It takes me like 5-10 minutes to do that on both eyes. It used to take me like 20 minutes to half hour. I was late to everything I went to if I was wearing eyeliner. I'm still late to everything now, but not because of eyeliner, but because of how I am as a person. High five again, Jordan. Right, there was the guy at the body shop, in which he... the guy at the body shop, I met him. Oh, and the body shop is a British makeup store. Don't know if you have it in America, but it's a animal cruelty-free makeup shop that had a little event going on during Pride Cymru last year. They did people's makeup for free, and then, you know, go to Pride wearing makeup. And I was talking to him, and he came from an area where boys wearing makeup wasn't really accepted, and that's fair enough. So do I. It's frowned upon around here, to be honest. He gave me some tips on things I was doing wrong, and things like I learned, you know, even if I don't want to wear eyeshadow, use a bit of skin-coloured eyeshadow and it'll stop eyeliner smudging, which honestly works. It's brilliant. And I don't find it easy to talk to strangers a lot of the time, but he was so good at keeping the conversation going, even if I was a bit quiet. Honestly, so kind that I wasn't expecting. I think he knew that I came from a similar place to him, where if I went home with the makeup, I would get more than just a few funny looks if I went around like this during the daytime. I think he gave me a little tub of free makeup remover stuff for me to use on the train home, and it just made me smile, to be honest. He also gave me some skin treatment thing just in case I was allergic to the makeup remover, which thankfully I wasn't. I still have the skin stuff. It's essence of tea tree oil, which I love in a good shampoo. It's brilliant. They usually mixed with mint, which is really good. But yeah, that's just some experiences that I've had as a member of the LGBTQ+ community. I'm probably going to talk about this a lot more because I don't know, it might get views. Subscribe. I know it sounds like I've talked about mainly negative things, but I've had quite a few positive experiences, and I hope through making videos in here I can get yet more positive experiences. If you have any experiences similar to mine, if you have your own, just leave them in the comments below and we can chat about them down there.